Yo, what is up everyone? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another top 5 that I have here for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at my top 5 characters that I want to see in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. I know the game hasn't been announced yet, but we all know it's coming at some point. So I want to give a couple ground rules for this video. This will not be my only video on this when it comes to characters. Let me know your suggestions as well if your character doesn't show up in this list here. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have a bunch of great suggestions, and I'll actually talk about those in a future video. And another thing, I'm going to be discussing 2 third-party characters in addition to 3 Nintendo-based characters. And pretty much all of the characters that I talk about in this video deserve it in some way outside of one character that basically doesn't have any history with Nintendo or doesn't deserve it, but it's just something that I want to see because I really like that character. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the first one, and that is my boy Chrono from Chrono Trigger. And I think Chrono was the face of the Super Nintendo back in the day, because Nintendo didn't make RPGs back then. They made Fire Emblem, but they weren't ready to push that out worldwide scale. Back then, at the time that this game released, really there wasn't any RPGs on there from Nintendo itself. I mean, we had Pokemon, which came out I think the year after, 96, 97, the years after, but that was the handhelds. So the Super Nintendo had a lot of great third-party support when it came to RPGs, and Chrono was the face of that. Chrono Trigger was a highly celebrated game, and I feel that it really pushed the Super Nintendo late in its life. So I do feel that Chrono deserves to be in there. Not only that, but he has a great moveset for Super Smash Bros. He's another sword fighter, so I do understand some people don't want to see more sword fighters, but at the same time, he still has like dual techs, he has triple techs, he has lightning magic. I mean, he's just such a cool design character, and I would just want to see him in, and I feel that he deserves it based on what he can do, based on his magic powers, and based on the significance of Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo. So Chrono would be my first pick as far as that goes. It's not in any particular order what I want to see the most or anything like that. I'm just going over 5 characters, and like I said, I'll be more than happy to talk about what you guys want to see as well. Now moving on to my second pick, and that would be the 4th Hokage. And I know, like I said, he doesn't deserve it at all. There's definitely more deserving characters, but I'm just picking one wild card out there. Bandai Namco does own the license to use the 4th Hokage in terms of video games. Naruto, Bleach, they own all that junk as far as that goes. This is for sure a long shot. Don't think it'll ever happen, but I do like the 4th Hokage a lot. He's my favorite anime-based character, and I would love to see him in Super Smash Bros. Just because he has a really cool moveset. He's super fast. I think he would fit perfectly in with the cast in terms of his personality and what he can do, and there's a lot of great ideas that you can use for him as far as that goes with Super Smash Bros. And the powers that he has. So that is my one wild card pick. That is my one that doesn't deserve it and probably will never get in, but I want to see it, and this is my video, so I want to see him in there. So the 4th Hokage would be my next pick. Now moving on to my third pick here, and we're going to be going into the Nintendo characters here. So first party Nintendo owned IP. And my first pick for that, and third overall, is Rex and Pyra. So I guess that's 3 and 4, but they would work in tandem together, almost like the Ice Climbers. Not fighting like them, but almost just like that, where you have them together. Or maybe even like Rosalina and Luma. Not quite like that, because Luma's a Luma and Rosalina's a full human being. But you guys get the idea. 2 characters on the screen at the same time that work in tandem to fight against another character in the game. And I honestly feel with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 being the best-selling Xenoblade in terms of debut goes in Japan and in many different places, Xenoblade Chronicles X is a huge, massive RPG that really capped off 2017 for Nintendo. And Rex and Pyra are great characters that people really like. Obviously, Pyra is one of the most liked newcomers when it comes to Nintendo characters. Pyra and Mythra. Heck, have them all in there. Let's go with Rex, Pyra, and Mythra all in the game. You can switch between them, and you have different based attacks if you have Pyra or Mythra in there as far as switching out. Almost like the Pokemon trainer. You guys remember the Pokemon trainer from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where he could switch out between Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard? I would like to see that, but just with Pyra and Mythra, maybe even another Blade in there. But the base would be Pyra and Rex. I think that would be really cool, and obviously you have just a pool of attacks to pick from. We saw how they put Shulk in the game and what he could do in terms of his Monado arts, and that was really cool. Shulk's fun as heck to play as in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. So imagine adding in a character as dynamic as Rex and Pyra, Driver and Blade. That would be so dope to play in the game, and I'm hoping they put Rex and Pyra into this next one when it comes to Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. Now moving on to my fourth character, I would like to see Inkling boy and girl. We're talking about Splatoon here, one of the most popular newer IPs from Nintendo. The game sold a bunch on the Nintendo Wii U and even a lot more, or it's going to sell a lot more on the Nintendo Switch. Either way, it's a big major franchise for Nintendo. People love the online of Splatoon when it comes to just playing with friends, and the Inkling boy and girl are obviously iconic. You have the actual amiibo outfits that you can use in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and I think it's time to actually get them their own moveset and get them into the game. They're pretty much staples of Nintendo's lineup when it comes to Splatoon. That's going to be a franchise that's around for a long time, and like I said, it's made its mark in terms of sales. And the Inkling boy and girl, there's still more that they can do. Look at all the different abilities that you can get in Splatoon, like with the point sensor bombs, you have the remote bombs, you have different types of guns and weapons. Imagine being able to swap out different ones as you shoot, or even having specials that reenact different ones that are in the game. There's so much source material, so it would probably be annoying as heck to fight the Splatoon Inkling boy and girl, but it would still be fun. I think it would still be fun to put together a moveset for them, put together their splatter shots and everything that they can have. I would definitely try them out. So what do you guys think about Splatoon Inklings boy and girl? Would you guys like to see them? Let me know in the comment section. Alright, and moving into the last character that I'd like to see in Super Smash Bros. For this video, and that is Urbosa from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and of course the Champions Ballad DLC. And I think that they should have at least one character from the Breath of the Wild. You already have Link, right? And then you already have Princess Zelda, not necessarily the one from Breath of the Wild, and you don't have the outfit from Breath of the Wild so far, but I feel that they can just add those in via the skins. But in terms of like actual characters, I think you need someone from that world. And I was thinking about, well, what champion would I like to see in there? And I like to use female fighters, so I was like, Urbosa, another Gerudo. I think having a Gerudo female in Super Smash Bros. Would be really cool and a great dynamic to Ganon. She uses that lightning based, and she's just cool. She's just really cool. I like her style. I think she's the best designed Zelda champion when it comes to Breath of the Wild. I think she has the coolest look to her, and I like her powers as far as what she can do the most in the game. I think she's the most unique looking, and she would fit right in when it comes to the Super Smash Bros. Moveset and what she can do. And like I said, the uniqueness of having a male Gerudo and a female Gerudo in there, I just think that would be really cool to pit those two against each other, like Ganon versus the female champion, pretty much in that style as far as Smash Brothers goes. So what do you guys think about the list here so far? So what are your top 5 characters, or your 5 characters that you would like to see in Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.